You know how they say writers write what they know? Well, I think that I approach film the same way that authors approach their writing. At least I think that's how it's supposed to work. I'm Michaela, and I am a filmmaker. When it came to picking my documentary, I knew I had to film what I know. And what I know is that my friends are really talented and deserve a space to be heard, a platform to be showcased. So that's what I did.
I wanted to make Little Women, but with my friends. I wanted it to be a story that's been told a million times, but is completely different. My name is Maddie. I am 21 years old, and I am a cinema studies with a specialization in filmmaking major. The longest name for a major in the world. The first thing I thought of was golden hour. That was the first thing I thought of. I wanted to capture golden hour in some way. From there, I was just thinking of visuals. I was just thinking of kind of the feeling and the energy that I wanted. I wanted it to be warm. I wanted it to be happy and kind of magical. And then from there, I was like, okay, well, what's the story? What do I actually write about? What is this film going to actually be? I can't just take shots of golden hour. And I was realizing that when I was like visualizing the film, I was thinking of my friends. I was thinking of my roommate Sam. I was thinking of Katie. I was thinking of Michaela. I was thinking of Taylor. I was thinking of you guys just like dancing around during golden hour and just like laughing and having fun. I was just kind of messing around and like trying to like write down and draw things in this journal. And then I drew the pictures of each one of you guys. This is Katie, senior cinema studies. I wrote question marks for what she wants to do in the future. For clothing, high-waisted cuff jeans. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, and then Baby's Breath. For you, I wrote senior filmmaking. So yeah, you're a senior in the film. Congrats, you're graduating.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you.
Yeah, I wrote make films, question mark. And then long sleeve under a loose button up. Prima Donna by Marina and the Diamonds. And then lavender for the flower. For Taylor, senior communication. She wants to help others. For clothing, I wrote just literally anything yellow. It reminds me of her. No Scrubs by TLC. Because when I think of Taylor, I think of 90s, like 90s music. Yeah, she always, God, she goes hard for that stuff. And then Daisies. And then Sam, senior, pre-PT, physical therapy. I was trying to think of like jobs that everyone wants to have. So I was like, be a physical therapist. I mean, that's what she's going to school for. So, Combat Boots, My Blood by 21 Pilots, and Sunflowers. Because Sam actually grows sunflowers, so yeah. When I applied to Oakland, I didn't know what major to pick. And so I was just literally scrolling through all the majors, and I was like, I watch movies, and I picked cinema studies. But then once they added the specialization in filmmaking major, I realized that as much as I love watching movies and talking about movies, I want to do. It's an industry that is dominated by men, and it sucks. And I'm tired of hearing about the same 3 old white men that make kind of good movies that sexualize and exoticize women. So, just kind of going off a little bit there. Specifically thinking of Hitchcock right now. I see a lot of strong women in my life and in this school, in this major. It made sense. It made sense to just be a part of that and to want to make and to collaborate with other people like me, strong women that want to make.
All that being said, like, are you scared?
Yes. Yep. Because we're not equal. Women are not equal. And that is very true and very visualized within film. I mean, even just watching any movie, you can tell that women are not equal. And it's the same behind the camera. And it's not right. And I want to see more book smarts. I want to see more Little Women's. I just want to see diverse films. And I want to see diverse cast and crews. I want to see stories that relate more to real life. And that's really scary because it's not reality right now within film. Like, film is not diverse. In my head, I just think it's just a bunch of white men. So it's scary to go into a field that I know is not necessarily going to accept me, but also it would probably accept me more than women of color. I have certain privileges, and I'm very aware of it, and I just want to use those privileges that I do have to give voices to people that don't have those privileges. That's what everybody should be doing in film, like my opinion. And I think the first hurdle that we have to get past is having more women. It's important, and I think it's important to feel scared, and it's important to be nervous, because this is a big step that we have to make and a big change that we have to make within an entire industry. And if I wasn't scared, that'd be weird. I was trying to write these lines with, like, you guys in mind. Like, it's like, I feel like I know them. I feel like I know what they'd say or how they say it. But that's why I didn't want to do a read-through with literally anyone else, because I was like, they're not going to say it how I know that, like, Michaela would say it or Taylor would say it. So, yeah. There's something that you are saying and you're like, I don't know if I like saying that. Like, the wording or whatever, say it how you would say it. And if you guys are like I'll point out if you're like, oh my god, and like you're in the middle of crying or something, then I'll be like, maybe not.
Maybe that's not
maybe
the right emotion right now.
That was a choice. I enjoyed it, but okay.
I want to personally thank you for being here with me and staying with me.
Thank you guys for being with me.
Yeah, I feel so lucky.
Me too.
There's a pause. No one wants to say the next word. No one wants to get choked up. Finally, Taylor rips the Band-Aid off.
I don't want things to change.
They don't have to. No, they do.
Okay.
And then, hello.
Hi.
This one's for you.
Put it on.
Yes, please. Put these one.
Maddie, what's the plan for today?
What's the plan for today?
Yeah.
Not losing my sanity. Having fun. I feel like this is like the 70 questions is Vogue. Eat. I'd like to eat.
Have you not eaten today?
No. I've been waiting for the spaghetti. I'll be honest. Like, waiting for the spaghetti. Oh. Do you see the height difference on this?
I love my daughter.
Your cap.
How are you feeling, Katie?
Your cap. You can just kind of hold it.
Excited.
Yeah?
Nervous. Hungry. Blessed.
Oh.
Do you want more?
Sorry, so much stuff everywhere.
So many.
How are you doing, Taylor?
So many.
Fine. I don't know where to stand.
You're good.
Can we do?
Oh, shoot.
Got that.
the stage, bitch, and you're gonna watch me, okay? You're gonna watch me. You're gonna watch me right now.
Like the whole
I'm gonna stunt. I'm gonna like make all y'all just like question your sexuality right now, okay?
She'd go off. And then you can like turn it to the side a little if you want.
Yeah, wait, I like that.
You're so cute.
I'm like extremely honored, and the whole thing kind of makes me want to cry, but like in a really good way. Like I like it. I'm an actress, but I have to play myself, and that's like kind of like the scariest part. I don't like that.
Oh, have you seen that movie Joker with Joaquin Phoenix? I like it.
I never would have get that on you.
Ted eyes. So,
How do you feel like everything's going so far, Maddie?
I think it's going okay. The lighting in this room makes me want to vomit a little bit.
a condom.
Fillet a condom?
But I'll fix that later.
Fillet a board.
Wait, what is this? Oh, is this where you read it out loud and it says
Fully
something?
what?
Yeah.
Filling a condom?
That's
Fillet
how
a
it's
Ford
going right now.
condom. Fillet a Ford. Fillet a Ford. Fillet a Ford.
So I have the music right here. Okay, so just plug that in.
And I like asked, oh, did your car lock me? Okay.
It's so beautiful. I'm gonna cry again.
This is one of my favorite songs. And I was trying to decide what song to use. And as I was listening to the lyrics, like especially the part that's like, let me photograph you in this light, it's literally like the scene. And that's literally what I'm doing. Yeah. Like these are my best friends and I just want to photograph in this light. Cause oh god, this is really cheesy, cause it is the last time. So. I also thought it was just important to include music because all of them, like with each one of them, I've had this moment of just like scream singing in the car. I've very much been the person that's been behind the camera, and it feels like I haven't ever really had people that thought I was like worthy enough to capture. I'm very honored. And it makes me happy. You see me that way. That's how I feel about being in your thesis. That right there, everything you just said was when you said, I'm writing my thesis like about you. What was I gonna do? Realistically, I want to capture everything good in the world, which is a lot, but I can start with my life and I can start with the people I know. My face is so weird. It's like